Hey everyone, it's me, Ricky J, the Realtor, and today I've got a big update on the Bank of Canada's latest moves and how they might shake up our local real estate market in Surrey, BC, and pretty much all of Canada. There's a lot to unpack in this episode, especially with all the buzz about the US planning to go forward with tariffs on Canadian exports, so make sure to stick around to the very end of this video. Now let's jump right into it. So the Bank of Canada announced their 6th consecutive interest rate cut, bringing the policy rate down to 3%. Also, inflation's been hovering below 2% for several months now. On paper, that's a pretty good spot to be in. But there's a big catch here. The looming threat of US tariffs could overshadow all these positive updates. If the US goes through with its plan for a 25% tariff on Canadian exports, the bank warns that Canada might head into a recession, and inflation could jump back above 2%, undoing much of the progress we've seen over the last couple of years. Although some people would argue that we've been in a recession since 2022. Let's get into how tariffs could impact Surrey's real estate market and Canada overall. For us here in Surrey, BC in the Fraser Valley, a recession could spell trouble for real estate. If these new tariffs are imposed, exports could plunge, leading to layoffs and reduced consumer confidence. Oil prices would likely drop, weakening a major part of our Canadian economy. The Canadian dollar could dip even more than it already has, making imports more expensive and driving inflation up. Over the long term, permanent economic scarring could occur if tariffs stick around. Definitely not good news for anyone buying or selling real estate. Short-term uncertainty alone can dampen buyer confidence. People tend to pause big financial decisions like purchasing a home if you're worried about job security or if prices are unstable. So if the US truly goes forward with these tariffs, 2025 and 2026 could look very different than what we were hoping for right now. Now on the policy front, the Bank of Canada has ended their quantitative tightening program, signaling they believe their fight against high inflation is essentially wrapped up. They plan to restart asset purchases in early March, which should help keep borrowing costs lower and in theory support economic growth. But if tariffs come crashing down and inflation, the bank might have to change course quickly, potentially raising rates again to keep inflation in check. It's kind of like they've taken a break. Even without the tariff wildcard, the bank slightly cut its GDP growth forecast for 2025 by around 0.3%, citing slower population growth than they initially projected. Reduced business investments fueled partly by the lingering threat of tariffs. They still see GDP growth going from 1.3% in 2024 to 1.8% in 2025 and 2026. But these numbers could change quickly if a major trade conflict takes off. And if US tariffs are indeed implemented, the bank estimates Canada's GDP might drop by 2 to 3% over 2025 and 2026, with inflation spiking over 2%. So how does this all impact you if you're eyeing a property in Surrey or already own a home here? Well, there could be short-term boost from the lower interest rates. It's good for buyers looking to lock in mortgages at cheaper rates. It could also mean slightly higher demand as financing becomes more accessible. Tariffs could reverse gains. If the US officially enforces a 25% tariff, expect exports to drop, jobs to be affected, and consumer spending to dip. Real estate demand often takes a hit when people feel uncertain about the economy or their employment situation. There's also inflation concerns. If tariffs drive up prices of imported goods, inflation could climb. The bank might respond with rate hikes, raising mortgage costs again. They need to monitor employment trends. A recession scenario means job losses could spread, slowing household formation and the demand for housing. But this could also give the government a valid reason to start giving out universal basic income to all Canadians. Drop it in the comments if you want to see a video about universal basic income. There's also a caveat of lower interest rates. They can inadvertently drive up home prices by making borrowing more affordable for potential home buyers. When interest rates drop, it reduces the cost of monthly mortgage payments, encouraging more buyers to enter the market and compete for the limited supply of homes that are available. This heightened demand can lead to multiple offers and bidding wars, ultimately pushing prices upwards, as you saw during the pandemic time. Additionally, existing homeowners can refinance at lower rates, freeing up cash that can be used for renovations or further real estate investments, both of which contribute to increased property values in the long term. So it's really a good news, bad news type of deal. We've got lower interest rates and lower inflation for now, but the US is planning to move forward with new tariffs that could kick off a recession and drive inflation up again. For anyone buying or selling in Surrey this year, watch what happens to the US trade policy. Make sure to keep an eye on the Bank of Canada's statements and potential rate changes. The next announcement is set for March 12th. And most importantly, weigh your own financial stability before making any big purchases. So as we wrap up this video, drop a comment if you've got any questions or if you're worried about these tariffs coming in. And if any of you are planning on making the move to Surrey, BC or anywhere in the Fraser Valley or Metro Vancouver area, don't forget to give us a call. The number will be in the description below. We absolutely love hearing from all of you. We're here to help you make that move as smooth as possible. You can also schedule a call or meeting using the link in the description below. Oh, and before you go, we're also giving away some free merch. Got the free thermal travel flask mugs, like the one I'm holding right now in this video, or a free t-shirt, or one of the amazing new desktop phone holders that people have been absolutely loving. All you have to do to get one is you have to drop a comment in any one of our videos and write the words, "I have subscribed," after subscribing to our channel, and I will send you out one of these items for absolutely free. All right, so that wraps up our video for today. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. See ya, everybody. Thanks for watching.